Well, a fine good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm in Highgate Falls, Highgate, Vermont, and this building in front of us was a request several months ago, so it's really nice finally to be up here. No snow on the ground, yay! And this is pretty close to the Canadian border, so a lot of snow, and it took me a lot of research. Sometimes with research, it's what I don't find that makes the most sense. This building in front of us is Highgate Manor, also known as Baxter House. Highgate Manor is a manor located on Vermont Route 207 here in Highgate, Vermont. It's been used as a home, as a bed and breakfast, and as a dance hall. Local legend says that the children of a doctor who once owned the house and performed experiments on them have remained in the house since they died. The manor was built in 1818 by Captain Steve Keyes. Dr. Henry Baxter purchased the land and the building from the Keyes family sometime during the 1860s. Dr. Baxter opened his practice in the manor, where there are still bloodstains on the floor in what is now the library. It is believed that he performed experiments on his children, most of whom did not live past the age of 10. After the death of Dr. Henry Baxter in 1897, Philip Schmidt took over the manor. In 1917, it was converted into a vacation resort with great success. Many dignitaries, including Al Capone, and I'd like to know, since when is Al Capone a dignitary? He was a mob boss. He was in prison for tax evasion. That's a dignitary? Okay, all right. I'll get back to what I was reading to you. Anyway, many dignitaries, including Al Capone, frequented the manor and a speakeasy hidden underground. The manor was one of the last stops for the Underground Railroad before entering into Canada. There are still tunnels under the manor that lead to the nearby river, and there have been reported sightings of an African-American spirit near the manor as well. Dr. Henry Baxter, owner of Highgate Mills and of multiple area farms, built one of the state's most remarkable Second Empire residences. Overlooking the Highgate Falls Green, and by the way, I'm standing on the green. This is the green right here, and it's described as an elongated green, by the way. And it ends right about over here, where my car is. The 2.5-story brick house with a lower kitchen wing stands in front of a Georgian plan residence of 1818. Baxter remodeled the latter with deep eaves and segmental window caps to accord with the sculptural window details on the attached new building. Here, a central bell-cast wall dormer with a small balcony is flanked by dormers with hoods on curvaceous brackets that proclaim the house's ostentation. Similarly massive brackets wrap the eaves, the deep front veranda, and the central belvedere. The similarity of the brackets and the pilastered and arcaded form of the belvedere to the detailing on the nearly contemporary Union Methodist Church suggests the same builder. In the 1920s, the house was converted into a hotel and later into a lounge, with a large single-story addition to the north. Each phase of the building's construction is clearly readable, and the house that Baxter built continues to dominate this side of the green with some of Vermont's showiest Second Empire design. Now, what you may be surprised at is this building is not on the National Register of Historic Places. My guess, perhaps because the 1818 structure was so greatly remodeled. Now, the belvedere, in case you don't know, is this structure at the top. It's a great place to sit and look out the window and enjoy the view. I'm sure from there you could see the Missisquoi River pretty easily. Let's see. And look at these. I mean, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous architecture. Oh my God. The mansard roof. That style allows you to have an extra floor that you can use, and it wasn't taxed. Although attics and basements typically were taxed, but the mansard roof, the basement and attics were not taxed. So a mansard roof allowed you to have space, which is pretty fantastic. Now, there was another building associated with this called Manor Mayfair, or Mayfair Manor. Now, I've had conflicting information on where that was. I was reading that it was north of it, and I'm pointing north for you, which doesn't seem correct, given the age of the buildings there. And I also read that it was across the street, which would make sense since this is an empty lot. Now, the Manor Mayfair had a specific type of it was a ballroom in there that all the big bands came and played at. In fact, that dance floor was considered one of the best, if not the best, in this area. Can you imagine Benny Goodman swinging away here? Gene Krupa banging on the drums for the Sing 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 song? Oh my gosh. Wow. Blows my mind. But again, I'm not certain where the location was exactly. How did it, why is it not here anymore? Well, I think you'll like this story. One of the groundsmen was raking leaves and burning them. Burned them a little too close to the building where it caught fire and burned down. I can't make this stuff up. Really can't. But now I believe it's under a private ownership, sold in a real estate auction. So this is Highgate Manor, or Baxter House, and thanks so much for watching my video. Appreciate it. This is Patricia. I'm traveling for history, and if you're enjoying my content, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Until tomorrow, you have a great evening. And as for the person who requested this, thank you so much. This was very interesting. I enjoyed the research of this.